up, everyone? You're watching Emeroy TV, the place to be to learn strategies on living your highest potential through the mind, body, and spirit, all while having fun. And today we're going to be talking about a morning routine. Alright, everyone, it's about 6 in the morning right now. I decided to do this film shoot because I got a crazy day today and I wanted to make sure I get this, at least this first video done. I haven't showered yet. I'm still in my PJs. My hair's still crazy in this back area right here. But I just finished my morning routine probably about 15 minutes ago. Alright, so I love waking up early to get stuff done, but I'm not exactly the greatest morning person. And here's what most people do when they tend to wake up in the morning, though. Then I know I get caught up in this trap too, is that they wake up, you look at your phone, you check Facebook, you check Twitter, you check Instagram, your email, and doing this causes us to be in a bit more of a reactive state because we're receiving a whole bunch of these inputs from external sources. We might see a Facebook status we don't like or something. I get an email from our boss saying that our work fell through the other day, and that causes us to be in a bit more, like I said, a reactive state, and may even cause us to be more stressed out within the first 5 minutes of waking up. You're already end up pretty much being a punching bag for other people's agenda. And what you want to do is really take care of yourself first. No one's going to die if you don't check Facebook. No one's going to die if you don't check email the first thing in the morning. I believe the first moments, the first hour of our day is crucial because it can help set us up for success or really set us up for chaos. So think about those times if you've ever woken up just in a frenzy, you're all over the place, and you just feel like you're stressed out right off the bat. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You don't want to end up feeling like that. And along with my regular morning routine, I'm going to be sharing with you guys a quick version of the morning routine. So designed for really those days that are just crazy and I don't have time to just sit, meditate, and just do everything else. I have a very shortened version of it that allows me to still get centered and still gets the job done. So before I share with you guys my own personal morning routine, let's take a look at other people's morning routines. Steve Jobs, for example, every morning he'd look in the mirror and ask himself, if today were the last day of my life, what I want to do, what I'm about to do today. And whenever the answer has been no for too many days in a row, I know I need to change something. Anna Wintour, the editor-in-chief of Vogue, wakes up early and plays an hour of tennis and is done by 6:45 a.m., gets her hair done into her signature bob, and is in the office by 9 a.m. Ben Franklin, one of the founding fathers of the US, had a tight schedule. He started his day by waking up at 4 a.m. and until 8 he'd wash up, eat breakfast, and think about what he wants to accomplish for the day. From 8 to 12 he'd work. Lunch was then from 12 to 1, where he ate, read, or looked over his accounts. Then after, he'd work until 5. The evening was filled with dinner, cleaning up, music, conversation, or looking over his day. Then he's in bed by 10 p.m. So you see, people throughout history have been using morning routines. Okay, it's time for you to start seizing your morning and have one too. Because we live in an extremely fast-paced society. The average American who works about 40 hours a week is at least 10 to 20 pounds overweight. I know this may sound airy-fairy and whatnot, but it all comes back down to self-care, self-love. I believe that a lot of us want to be successful. A lot of us want to create amazing results. And I believe that all starts with self-care, connecting to the spirit of who you want to become. That's going to help nurture your mentality, the mindset, which is going to help further create the reality that you want. Everything is connected, mind, body, spirit. It's not just some random crap I'm throwing at you. I believe this is all insight that's really going to help you create your results. Alright, so here's my morning routine. Okay, and just to make it clear, your morning routine means the first hour of waking up, because I know some people work during the night and might not wake up until the afternoon. My definition of your morning routine would be pretty much your first hour of waking up. First thing in the morning, after I use the bathroom, brush my teeth, is meditate for 5 to 10 minutes. So that meditation generally involves me just sitting in a sort of a zazen posture, what I learned from Zen Buddhism, and I just focus on my breathing for about 5 to 10 breaths, and then from there I go into gratitude affirmations, where I'm just listing everything that I'm grateful for from the previous day, what I currently have. So generally I list them off as things that I like about myself, because in the majority of the time a lot of us don't really give credit to ourselves, so I take time to do that like first thing in the morning. So first is acknowledging myself, then I acknowledge my friends and family, then I acknowledge the people I might not get along with, but they're there for a reason. It's not that they're right or wrong, it's just that we have different perspectives, and they're just simply challenging my perspective. So acknowledging the people I might not see eye to eye with all the time, and this includes myself, because sometimes we tend to beat ourselves up pretty hard over decisions we made. So it's like acknowledging and letting that kind of stuff go. Next is acknowledging the people that I might not directly connect with but still make an impact in my life. So for example, the the people who made this camera, we may not directly know them, but they made an impact in our lives, because if it weren't for them, we wouldn't be able to really, you wouldn't be able to get any of this content that I'm sharing with you, or that computer that you're looking through, or the video editing software that I'm using to edit this. We may not be directly connected, but somehow we are. Okay, so acknowledging the people I might not directly connect with but still impact my life, and acknowledging all the sentient beings and creatures such as the animals, and this ability to live in this world that we live in. So it's me just trying to be as grateful for this life as possible, because I believe that gratitude is the seed of abundance. So, and then next is commitments. I declare what I'm committed to for the day. Mainly I declare the type of person who I want to be, and the things I want to accomplish. So for example, I'm committed to being a person of love, patience, forgiveness, understanding, empathy, diligence, focus, determination. I list all these type of characteristics of who I want to become, and also helps me visualize the types of actions I were to take if I were coming from that space. So if I'm trying to be more of a space of forgiveness, I wouldn't be coming from ego. I wouldn't be trying to try to be right all the time. I try to be more empathetic to the other person. And you can do your other direct declarations as well, such as I'm committed to, I don't know, getting this email done by 12 o'clock. Okay, that's another version of declarations or commitments. But I decided to just commit on focusing on the type of person I want to be throughout the day. I mean, the results are great, but if I'm not coming from a space of love and kindness, then I'm just pretty much a successful jerk. And the next thing is prayer. I'm not super religious, but I still believe in God and a higher being. And I think I may have gotten a huge influence, or I did learn this from Marianne Williamson or A Course in Miracles, either one of those. Let my words be your words, my actions be your actions. Where would you have me go? What would you have me do? And what would you have me say, and to whom? Use me, Lord, for I'm a vessel of your will. Use me, Lord, for I'm yours. Use me, Lord, to fulfill the promise of your will, and that I may be a light of your love. Amen. So it's a simple prayer. I really think it was heavily influenced by Marianne Williamson, A Course in Miracles, and I think Tony Robbins as well. But yeah, that's something I recite and have been reciting for the past over a year now. And the last part is visualization. So what I used to do when it came to visualization is that right after meditation or prayer is that I try to visualize every aspect of my life that I want to be successful in, but the mind doesn't really work that way. It just tends to wander off into its own thing. So what I did start doing is really start taking advantage of Evernote, and I really learned this cool technique from, I think, Evernote Scott, and creating a morning routine using Evernote. Alright, so here's how it works. In Evernote, I have a notebook called the Daily Fill, and in that notebook, I have 3 folders. One's called motivational videos or music. Next is my whys, and next is my vision board. So after I pray, I fire up my binaural beats app, which is pretty much an app that induces certain brainwaves for certain productivity things that I want to get. So for example, say I'm watching a video tutorial or I'm reading a piece of content that I want to really focus on. So I fire up the app and I use the exact brainwave to help improve study and learning. But since we're in the context of my morning routine, what I do is I set it to the highest mental activity. So it's sort of a caffeine boost with brainwaves in the morning along with my visualization. Alright, so once I have that app open, I click on the motivational videos and music, and I listen to this one track from, I think, Confidential Music along with the binaural beats. To me, that adds some sort of epicness to it, because one, that song from Confidential Music is sick, and two, at the same time, I'm stimulating a high mental activity, so it's really getting me awake without having to just do physical activity. Alright, so once I have that set up, I know this sounds like it takes a long time. It just really takes like 5 seconds. And once I have that up, I open up my vision board. Alright, so what I do, I have a lot of images that represent different domains of my life, like I mentioned in my previous video. You can watch it here. I'm gonna put it here instead. Here, you can watch it now, or you can watch it later. I say later, watch this video first, and then watch it after. So like I said, I have different pictures that represent different domains of my life. So hobbies, I would have a picture of basketball shoes, someone doing calisthenics. Traveling would have pictures of Italy, Spain, the Philippines. So just a whole bunch of images that represent the different things I want to accomplish. And along with that, I have a very detailed paragraph, not exactly a paragraph, but just detailed description of what's happening in that picture. Say for example, there's a picture of Italy on my vision board. Okay, an example would be, Steph and I have been living here for about 3 months. We've learned conversational Italian, and we're going to be going to Hawaii for the next 3 months. Okay, that description itself helps further connect you to your vision, to what you want to create. And the whole reason why I'm doing all the binaural beats and all the motivational music and having a paragraph to read and having images for me to look at is really having a space for me to really connect with what I want to accomplish. The first part, the meditation, the gratitude, the prayer, the commitments, that's all stuff to really help me feel centered, feel connected. And the next part is to really help me get jump started for the rest of the day, so I can say no to certain things that may seem like opportunities but are really just distractions. So the whole process takes about 20 minutes, but there are days where I don't have that, where things do start off hectic and I have to get up and go right off the bat. So on certain days where I don't get the 20 minutes I need, I at least make sure that I get my meditation in. My meditation and my prayer. Because I believe it's important to have some sort of grounding routine or a morning routine to really help me get centered, to help you get centered before really getting yourself like really pulled and stretched thin by the demands of your day. Alright, so how do you start creating your own morning routine? I can't really say for everyone because we all have different personality types, preferences. All I can really say is try one thing at a time and stick with it for at least a month. By the end of the 30 days you don't like it, move on to something else. What I strongly suggest is that you start off with something that you feel comfortable doing first. So take me for example, I don't like journaling in the morning, I like journaling at night. So if you don't like meditating, don't meditate. Okay, if you like journaling in the morning, do that. Find something that you can feel comfortable doing within the next 30 days, something that's easy for you to be consistent with, and stick with it. So here's a list of a couple things that you can do for the next 30 days as part of your morning routine. So just to let you know now, it might feel a little awkward at first because you're intentionally doing this. It might not be something you normally do, but with practice, with consistency, you're gonna get better at it. And keep in mind, just because you found a morning routine or you started a morning routine doesn't mean you found the pill to a perfect morning. It's going to require a lot of conscious effort, and what matters is that you keep trying to see what works and what doesn't. So a list of items would be meditation, prayer, workout, journal, eat breakfast, review your goals, read, reflect, or take a walk. Like I said, these are just examples that you can do. Now that you guys know a little bit more of a morning routine, the benefits that it can have for you, and my own personal morning routine, I want you guys to pick one thing from that list and stick with it for the next 30 days. Okay, and let me know how it works out for you by leaving a comment right down below. Now before I go, if you like this video, make sure you hit like, subscribe, share this with a friend who you think might benefit from it. And while you're at it, make sure you head on over to the blog, subscribe to the free newsletter so I can give you guys insight and more beyond Emeroy TV. And if you want to connect, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, here on YouTube, or over at the blog. Now, we're all called to greatness. Whether it's the lowest point of our lives or the highest point of our lives, from moment to moment, we all have that choice to live our highest potential. But at the end of the day, it's really up to us to choose. The world needs your greatness to shine. Thanks for watching Emeroy TV, and I'll catch you guys next time. In Williamson or A Course in Miracles, either one of those, and it goes a little something like this. And it goes a little something like this.